Salute to everybody, man. We back in the building. We back at it like crack addicts, man. Once again, it's your boy Cross, big CEO, man, across your heart, man. We back up in the building, man. I'm bringing some more heat, man. We trying to do some back-to-back. Salute to everybody that's coming in, rocking with your boy, showing love, trying to give me some good game. I'm giving good game. We're putting it down on the ground for the hungry hounds. This one right here, one of the evilest man in the world. What up, Mikey? We in the building. Hey, man. Hey, salute to everybody in the gym, man. Get your deadlifts, man. We need 10 reps, man. We look, 10 reps of 10. All right, each one 100 sets, dog. Let's go, dog. We need some dips, drips. We need benches. We need declines, inclines. Come on, man. Let's get it. Hit that treadmill, man. Mikey said he in the building. He at the gym and he getting turned up. So that being said, for everybody that's coming in, showing your boy love, rocking with me, we got a great one, right? This one right here is coming out of, I pulled this out of 60 Minutes, man, about one of the evilest men in the world, right? But before we do that, you know we got to do what we got to do. We got to pay the bills to keep it to the real. And at the end of the day, I want to say thank everybody that's coming in, showing love, rocking with your boy. We got a great one tonight or this evening. So let's quit playing, bro. Let's go and get started. Let's go. Hey, man, man, and we putting down real game right now, man. We got the young king, man, Mikey. He doing what he do, man. He talking shit and swallowing spit. So if y'all ain't with us, y'all against us. If you ain't up with the cause, you down with the fools. So look, right now, man, we finna break this shit down, man. We giving y'all a great game, dog. So, hey, man, quit playing with them and do what you do.
Whoa, it's the Plug Podcast.
I don't give a fuck. It's mad. Hey.
And we always on the gas. If I let the bass drop, it will leave you on your ass.
Doing like we wanna do it.
All my niggas, they been through it. Tired to see my people lose it. The world lost in confusion. I'ma take it back to
let's go.
In a free world, I ain't
hey.
Go to prison. They wanna see me victim of the statistics. Guy got me right cause he know I'm on a mission. Niggas tapping out, giving in to submission. I really gotta get it like a card of new addiction. Baby, this I'm a fucking new addition. Boy, you ain't you a fucking contradiction. Trying to get my generation right. I ain't lying. Moving how I move every day. I ain't dying.
I ain't trying.
Blind and they lost in the island.
Come on.
Rapper and I'm talking about a child. Mama told me to stick to my senses. Come out the shell and don't remain victim. Get what you get outside and get bigger. Pain is a present.
Check this out, y'all.
Mr. Smith dropping jewels. Big
salute, Shay.
Out in Canada, we ain't known to play cool. I ain't trying to see a transformer in my kid's school. I got Kane by my side if a nigga wanna do
the bully.
Let the bass drop.
Make
a face drop.
Hey.
Hey. I grew up.
What?
I grew up.
What?
Grow up.
What?
I don't show up.
What?
We out in the world making changes. You on the internet talking. We out in the world making changes. You on the internet banging. It don't make sense.
Hey.
It don't make sense. Okay. Comply with the narrative that they wanted. Lost in the graphic.
Come on out here, Mikey. You know.
With no promise. Speak how I feel for real. I'm just honest.
I'm just honest. Hey.
Comply with the narrative that they wanted. Lost in the graph within my own garment. Shape from the world within with no promise. Speak how I feel for real. I'm just honest. Baby,
we just honest, y'all.
I'm with Cross. Hopping down on that stage,
Yep.
Already know what I say, yo.
You already say it. Go on, say it one time for me. What? Shout out to who?
Shout out to Nipsey Hussle. Thanks.
Salute the Nip, dog. This a marathon, man, and we running it right now. Man, salute to everybody showing your boy love. Man, coming in the chat. Man, Mikey, come on out here. You already know I'm down for a music video, dog. You know what I'm saying? I'm a sneakerhead. I'm gonna be right up there with you, dog. Shit. Yeah, let's do it, dog. Let's make this bigger than life. 2023, the word is bigger than life. Bigger than life itself. We are the movie. We're not the extras. We are the movie, Marky. I told you that. We're going to show the world. We're the movie. We're not the extras in the movie. Anybody can be an extra in the movie. But when you're the actual movie, yeah, it's it's bigger than life. Yeah. You already know. Let's get it together, coordinate. You already know. It ain't nothing but a phone. You ain't nothing but a phone call away. You know how we go. So salute to everybody coming in here. I want to shine light, man. I'm going into my bag on this whole Chester child molester shit. These petties, right? I call them petties because that's what they are. They do shit. So this guy right here from the Philippines all over, right? It's a big chain that's going around. 4 years ago, this guy came out on the scene, but then he turned around and went into hiding where he got locked up. Several charges, 65 additional charges came out. This guy, Peter Scuff, he a piece of shit. He's a hot mess. And the shit that he did to young girls is beyond anything y'all can think of. But let's go ahead and let's talk about it. Let's go.
Most depraved pedophile ever caught by law enforcement.
Hit that like button, comment, subscribe.
A worldwide child abuse ring from the Philippines until, as our cameras captured, he was finally hunted down and brought to justice, sentenced to life in jail in 2018. But that wasn't the end of it. Earlier this month, Scully faced a further outstanding 60 charges for trafficking, producing child sexual abuse material, child abuse and rape. His victims were as young as 18 months. He was sentenced to a further 129 years in jail.
Y'all check this out.
The horrific crimes of Peter Scully.
Peter Scully.
Make this one of the most harrowing stories I've ever told.
We have 6 warrants for your arrest. Wow.
In 2015, shortly after Scully's arrest in the Philippines, after 4 years on the run, we were given a glimpse into the mind of a monster. Scully had kidnapped, raped and tortured children, some as young as 18 months old, filming his obscenities for made-to-order videos which he would sell to a global network of pedophiles. Why do you rape young children?
The answer is, I don't know. I don't know the real answer.
Motherfucker's sick,
Scully's
y'all.
perversion knows no bounds. At a house he once rented, investigators discovered the bones of Cindy. The 11-year-old had been repeatedly raped and tortured by Scully, and then buried in this grave which she had been made to dig. What we're interested in.
She was made to dig it, y'all.
Any remorse? Whether you
hit that like button, comment, subscribe.
Sexual abuse, and of course, murder.
Of course, I have remorse, but I think your greatest remorse comes when you finally realise the extent of what you've done.
And at what point was that?
I
Check
can't
this
answer
out.
that honestly yet.
How? Because he don't got remorse.
The point where you're actually
As a narcissist.
Violently torturing them. Why isn't it at the point when you kill a child? Why isn't it then? Why don't you realise the extent of what you've done at that point?
Maybe you should ask a psychiatrist.
I'm asking you.
The man who did it.
Yeah.
The court has now added 129 years to Scully's life sentence.
Look at him.
After he was convicted of a further 60
Look at the arrogance. Look at the arrogance. He's smiling.
Giving him plenty of time to write his so-called journal in a personal search for answers no one wants to hear.
Right.
What is it about you, Peter, that hates children and women so much?
Y'all listen up on this one.
I might address that in the journal.
And as a parent, how can you reconcile what you've done to children?
Next question, please.
Do you accept that you were ruining their lives as soon as you came in touch with them?
And the journal.
So you really have no sympathy for these people? For these
Nope.
kids?
That is definitely in the journal.
Piece of shit.
I think we are finished.
I think we are.
Yeah. See when you telling the
Yeah.
truth. They don't want to talk. He asked her to come up there. Yeah, get up. Bye. Beat it. So there y'all go. Peter Scuffin, dog, is the most horrific person, dog. If y'all get a chance, y'all go and look at him. He's a monster. He's a true monster. Like, he made money off of soliciting young babies as young as 18 months old, where he actually filmed them, him having sex with them. Yeah. Deletion or a daily torture. See, that's why a lot of them, Maki, go over there, because they're the laws. You know what I'm saying? That's why he been over there. But then this is what I said: the narcissistic attitude that he had was so arrogant that he continued to do it. He really wasn't in hiding. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's the shit that just be fucking me up. Like, you know, I can't understand people like that. And this dude, though, is considered the most worst. Like, they consider him the most worst pedophile that there was. Y'all not understanding. Like, this motherfucker was sick. Like, he was just all around evil. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was just evil. The shit that he did. I'm gonna give y'all an example. I'm about to pull it up because I'm gonna read a little bit of it of him. And if y'all want to know, it's Peter SCULLY. All right. So with him, so November the 10th is when they gave him, they gave him the charge. He was already serving life in prison, but he has been sentenced to another 125 years. That's what I'm telling y'all. 129 years for filming himself raping impoverished kids, including a baby and a girl found buried under his home. So that little 11-year-old girl was the girl that he would continuously torture and rape her, film it, and then finally he buried her under the floor of his house in the Philippines. Says he was jailed, Australian. He was from Australia. Australian Peter Garage, 59, was sentenced this month along his Filipina girlfriend, lovely Margelato, who got 126 years. So she got 126 years. Says prosecutor detailed how SCULLY moved to the Philippines in 2011 to escape fraud charges in his home country, then started filming himself raping children to sell to sickos online. Victims include an 18-month-old baby, as well as a girl whose body was buried under the floor of SCULLY's house, which we saw in that video, right? Two of the victims' cousins, ages 10 and 11, previously on a TV show said how they were chained up for 5 days and forced to dig their own graves while being repeatedly raped on camera. So, I mean, he was way out there sick. That's why I said he was on a different level. And those two girls, what happened was the 10 and 11-year-old cousins, they escaped, right? And then that's what led to his arrest in 2015, unraveling all this other sick shit that, you know what I'm saying, from who appeared to have been raped and strangled. They said the body of that little girl, she was raped and strangled at the same time. While he filmed her, think about this. He filmed her burying her, digging her own grave while he repeatedly raped this little baby. Like, I can't make this up. And that's why I said, a lot of us we try to shine light on, these gangsters and shit like that. No, let's shine light on the sick persons, man. Let's say that he's a piece of shit, and people need to know that. And people also need to know how these people are preying on our kids, which I'm going to go into a segment, and it's going to be later on tonight, where I talk to y'all about how some of these pervs sit there and tell y'all how they attack these kids on social media and what we need to do to protect them, because they're saying they're not being protected. And again, this right here is a sign of some kids not being protected, going into a third world country where they're poverty stricken, where a lot of times they can pay the mother or pay the family a certain amount of money because they don't see no wrong. That's why I said in cultures, it can become kind of, it becomes, you know, they give, and they go, okay, in your culture in third world countries, they might get married at a young age. But if you got a pedophile that comes over there and gives you money, who's going to say something? Yeah, I love your daughter. I'm going to bring her back to the United States. You do know, a lot of people don't know, like when I was in the nuclear world and I was working as a contractor, there's a lot of what they call mail order brides that they do from third countries. I'm talking about literally. I know this for a fact, that there's men that work in the nuclear industry that go over there and buy. I'll tell you what they do. They go over there and get their teeth done because it's cheaper, and it's so cheap that they don't have to use the insurance. They do that, and they go and they spend, a lot of them spend a whole month. Man, we used to have contractors that would spend a whole month over in the Philippines and shit for a whole month. Now they resewing what they call, these white dudes resewing their oats. Shit is crazy. When I got into the nuclear, I was like, oh, that's what rich dudes do. Yeah, they go for, because over there, you could take $5,000 and live like a king. You know, whether you go to Vietnam, whether you go to Laos, whether you go anywhere, you know what I'm saying, over there in Thailand, with that amount of money, you can live super great with that type of money. So let's go ahead and play this back. Salute to everybody coming in here. This one's about like, comment, share, subscribe.
SCULLY is considered the most depraved pedophile
Yeah,
ever caught.
see,
by
almost
law
suffered the
enforcement.
same fate.
The
Yeah.
Australian father of two operated a worldwide child abuse ring from the Philippines until, as our cameras captured, he was finally hunted down and brought to justice, sentenced to life in jail in 2018. But that wasn't the end of it. Earlier this month, SCULLY faced a further outstanding 60 charges for trafficking, producing child sexual abuse material, child abuse and rape. His victims were as young as 18 months. He was sentenced to a further 129 years in jail. The horrific crimes of Peter SCULLY make this one of the most harrowing stories I've ever told.
We have 6 warrants for your arrest.
Trafficking,
Hit that comment,
producing sexual.
hit that button, comment,
His
like,
victims
subscribe, guys.
were as young as 18 months. He was sentenced to a further 129 years in jail. The horrific crimes of Peter SCULLY make this one of the most harrowing stories I've ever told.
We have 6 warrants for your arrest.
In 2015, shortly after SCULLY's arrest in the Philippines, after 4 years on the run, we were given a glimpse into the mind of a monster. SCULLY had kidnapped, raped and tortured children, some as young as 18 months old, filming his obscenities for made-to-order videos which he would sell to a global network of pedophiles.
Damn.
Why do you rape young children?
The answer is, I don't know. I don't know the real answer.
Yeah, you know the real answer. Hit that like button, comment, subscribe, guys.
No bounds. At a house he once rented, investigators discovered the bones of Cindy. The 11-year-old had been repeatedly raped and tortured before being strangled by SCULLY, and then buried in this grave which she had been made to dig.
Damn.
What we're interested in is
11-year-old.
whether you have any remorse, that you admit to what you've done, which is sexual abuse, and of course, murder.
Of course I have remorse. But I think your greatest remorse comes when you finally realise the extent of what you've done.
And at what point was that?
Oh, I can't answer that honestly yet.
Why isn't it the point where you're actually raping somebody,
Right.
violently torturing them? Why isn't it at the point when you kill a child? Why isn't it then? Why don't you realise the extent of what you've done at that point?
Maybe you should ask a psychiatrist.
Maybe you should ask a psychiatrist.
Yeah.
Right.
The
Oh,
court
what's
has
that?
now added
See,
129
that's that narcissism, that whatever they label me as, that's what I got.
Convicted of a further 60
Instead of saying he's a sick
charges
motherfucker.
earlier this month, giving him plenty of
I
time
hate
to
people
write
like
his
him, man.
so-called journal. In a personal
Yeah.
search for answers no one wants to hear.
I hate people like
What
that,
is it
Mark.
about you, Peter, that hates children and women so much?
See, children and women.
I might address that in the journal.
And as a parent, how can you reconcile what you've done to children?
Next question, please.
Do you accept
Yeah.
that you were ruining their lives as soon as you came into the country? So you really have no sympathy for these people?
You got no sympathy.
That is definitely in the journal.
What the fuck that mean?
I think we are
Get
finished.
your bitch ass up. Yeah, we been
Get
done.
up. Get up, please.
Yeah, get up. Get up. Nobody want to hear you not have a good day. Thank you. Fuck you. Yeah, I'm mad as hell now. I done got mad a little bit. This sick ass man. That's why I said, why you hate men and why you hate kids and women? Well, it's in the journal. Nobody gonna read your shit. Nobody. That's the arrogance, bro. Like this motherfucker said, I don't know. You need to ask my therapist. See, that's why I don't like that shit. I don't need nobody to interpret that you a piece of shit. You made an 11-year-old baby bury. You made her dig her grave, raped her while she was digging her grave, had her chained up. And then once she digged her grave, you raped her and strangled her and killed her and then put her in the damn grave to sell some videos. Like, bruh, like I'm trying to figure out, okay, he's selling this shit. Where's his money going? Is he paying somebody back because of the fraud? Remember now, he got caught with fraud. He disappeared. So he already had that fetish. So he was stealing money. You know what? That shit like some Saul shit or something or whatever. He like, no, what's the 7 day? Like 7 days. When you get to read that, the ring, that's what the fuck it is. So he had fraud. He was paying money. He was embezzling money, stealing money to buy the pornos. Then they said, no, you flee here and then you pay us back. Oh, man, I believe some shit like that. That's some old sick ring. Like he got caught up in a fucking ring of fucking, like, bro, he is the listen, they have labeled him in the world. That's why I put one of the most evil. They have labeled him the most evilest man in the world. We just doing some general shit. If y'all get into reading what the fuck he did to these babies was unreal. They said, and it said it as young as an 18-month-old, bro. That's a year and 6-month-old baby. If that makes sense with you. Most babies start walking around about the age of 2. I'm going to tell y'all again. Most babies start learning their balance at the age of 2. That's why I tell people numbers don't lie. They want to cover it up and say 18 months. I'm going to say it like this. I'm black and slow. That's a year. My baby, a year and 6 months old. So a baby that's a year and 6 months old, he raped the baby repeatedly. Y'all ain't listening, man. I know y'all listening, but y'all ain't listening the way I'm looking at it. He raped the baby a year and 6 months old. That's as young as he started. Oh, man, this motherfucker ain't worth a damn, bro. That's why you have to be careful with people in the way they talk, because Maki said it. I believe he's that confident, arrogant about it because he knows a lot more of his people do this regularly. So he's like, if I don't get caught, it would keep going on. And that's a fact. That's why even if you that's why it's okay. You know how when they say if you save one you save, you done a lot, and that's a fact because like us, I'm not bringing just anybody on that form that gets off confident and arrogant, because you know that the confident and arrogance are going to continue to keep going. And like I said, I'm talking because I can talk that because this is my platform. So at the end of the day, a lot of times people get too confident and arrogant. But hey, if you know what you know, you know what you know, right? So that's why I said again, you have to watch out for people like this, because my thing is, what the fuck did he say to these babies? Well, you can't say nothing to a year and 6 months. I blame the parents. And a lot of times in those cultures over there, those third world cultures, those folks, quote unquote folks, they look at them as better than anything in life, right? And those are the sick ones. Those are the you know what I'm saying, the European style. Yeah, the European style, like him. They really believe he was this great guy. He was this philanthropist. He's this guy that always wants to help the kids and all this other weak shit. His whole intention was to sell the stuff. My thing is, hey, salute Shay. If that's the case, right? Help me understand, Shay. If that's the case, then explain to me, what money did he make? He was selling it, quote unquote, but he was on the run for fraud. Unless he just got money, he might got money put up. And he probably like, man, the people that I deal with, somebody gonna get me out. But he got 129 years. On top of what happened was, okay, 4 years ago, he got 60-something years. Now, 4 years later, there were charges that came out, and now they added 129 years. And if y'all go look this up, this just came out like I think I want to say a few days ago, maybe a week or so ago. But yeah, they wanted to bring this back up and shit. The link is in the down in the description and stuff. If y'all want to watch the actual one that I watch. So again, but I've been following this guy for like the last 4 years. There's a lot of stuff that I follow. You guys don't know. Like I'm intrigued with a lot of different things because I'm trying to understand how the mind works. It doesn't matter whether white, purple, green, or yellow. We want to know who the fuck, like you, like Shay said, this is making me sick to my stomach. We would have never known this. This dude is the most, listen, Shay, Queen, they label him the most evilest person in the world. We're thinking gangsters like El Chapo and shit like that. No. That's just what you're supposed to do. See, this is where they got us messed up in this world. That's what you're supposed to do. No, in real life, to them, in their world, that's why we got to start learning how to get into their world. What's sick to them? They label him this. Do you understand what I'm saying? Us as black folk in other cultures, we didn't label them. His own people labeled him this. He's labeled, so to them, this is the most sickest shit. You go kill a motherfucker, you go do whatever it is you want to do. But this, you the evil motherfucker. So I'm just showing y'all, in their culture, to the elite, all the way down to the low, they're saying this is the most evilest man in the world. So we got to know what they think evil is. We think that to us is like, okay, he wouldn't have done that long, but to them was, he can't be touched. That's how evil he was. He was evil. He couldn't be touched. So salute to everybody coming in, rocking with your boy. I appreciate y'all. Y'all post this on y'all Facebook. Also, I got another channel. If y'all can do me a favor, it's called the Kingsman channel. I'll have salute Nanny Pooh, salute Queen. We sit here talking about these petties, Nanny Pooh. So if Black Widow can drop the link in there on the Kingsman panel, it is linked right now. It is streaming right now. It's called the Kingsman panel, where we're going to start having people come on there. So if y'all can go over there, subscribe to it, please. It's streaming right now live, so everybody can be able to see it. But I'm gonna have Nanny Pooh. I want you to check this out. This is considered the most evilest person in the world, as far as with the mother folks, the other cultures.
Peter Scully is considered the most depraved pedophile ever caught by law enforcement. The Australian father of two operated a worldwide child abuse ring from the Philippines until, as our cameras captured, he was finally hunted down and brought to justice, sentenced to life in jail in 2018. But that wasn't the end of it. Earlier this month, Scully faced a further outstanding 60 charges for trafficking, producing child sexual abuse material, child abuse and rape. His victims were as young as 18 months. He was sentenced to a further 129 years in jail. The horrific crimes of Peter Scully make this one of the most harrowing stories I've ever told.
We have 6 warrants for your arrest.
In 2015, shortly after Scully's arrest in the Philippines, after 4 years on the run, we're given a glimpse into the mind of a monster. Scully had kidnapped, raped and tortured children, some as young as 18 months old.
Yeah, go ahead and do that, Mikey. That'll be a blessing.
Which he would sell to a global network of pedophiles.
Why do you rape young children?
The answer is, I don't know. I don't know the real answer.
Scully's perversion knows no bounds.
First and foremost, I want to stop real fast, right? Earlier, she said depraved, right? So, you know, I'm black and slow, right? So I got to know words. I break down words so I can retain the definition, right? So depraved meaning morally corrupted. He's a depraved pedophile. That shit sound crazy. He's morally corrupted and wicked. That's crazy. So he has no moral values. That's what I'm saying. He's morally corrupted. Whatever the fuck that means. I don't understand how you can be morally corrupted unless somebody influenced you with that was within your upbringing that said that. But I just wanted to add that in. But yeah, Marky, yeah, go ahead and do that, bro. You already know you're part of the Kingsman panel. I'm gonna get with you on that. But yeah, you already know we got this thing. 2023 is different. So let's keep watching.
At a house he once rented, investigators discovered the bones of Cindy. The 11-year-old had been repeatedly raped and tortured before being strangled by Scully, and then buried in this grave which she had been made to dig.
What we're interested in is whether you have any remorse, whether you admit to what you've done, which is sexual abuse.
Of course I have remorse. But I think your greatest remorse comes when you finally realise the extent of what you've done.
And at what point was that?
Oh, I can't answer that honestly yet.
Why isn't it the point where you're actually
Hit that like button, comment, subscribe, guys.
torturing them? Why isn't it at the point when you kill a child? Why isn't it then? Why don't you realise the extent of what you've done at that point?
Maybe you should ask a psychiatrist.
I'm asking
That's
them how you
crazy.
did it.
Yeah.
Right.
The court has now added 129 years to Scully's life sentence after he was convicted of a further 60 abuse charges earlier this month, giving him plenty of time to write his so-called journal in a personal search for answers no one wants to hear.
Right.
What is it about you, Peter, that hates children and women so much?
I might address that in the journal.
And as a parent, how can you reconcile what you've done to children?
Next question, please.
Do you accept that you were ruining their lives as soon as you came in touch with them?
And the journal.
So you really have no sympathy for these kids?
That is definitely in the journal. I think we are finished.
I think we are.
Okay.
He can get up. Get up, please.
Yeah, get his ass up. Get your bitch ass up.
Okay. Thank you.
So there y'all guys go, man. Yeah, what y'all think about that? See what I'm saying? That shit wild, ain't it? I think that shit is super duper wild. Like, come on, guys. Because at the end of the day, I mean, I don't know, bro. What y'all think, man? I'm gonna drop this link. Mark, if you're available, you're more than welcome to come on here. Yeah, he discussed. Yeah, exactly. Definitely fast. Yeah, he definitely discussed it. That's why I said it's kind of messed up at the end of the day, you know, when you sit back and you look at people like that, because again, they intent anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, just straight up piece of shit all the way around. And like I said, he don't give a fuck what nobody think anyway. If you really want to be honest, that's why I said it's fucked up, because he don't give a fuck. So you think about that, okay? So the arrogance one to me is like, okay, so he said it's in his journal, right? Well, nobody can see his journal until like he die, I guess, or if he make a deal. But he ain't making a deal. So what do y'all think? I don't know. Like I said, I just think shit, man. I think this motherfucker's a weirdo. Yeah, this dude's a fucking weirdo, bro. Like, I'm really like, that's why I said he was the most evilest person on the shit. That's why I say you gotta look at it like that. That's the sick part, sad part about it, right? So yeah, salute to everybody coming in here, rocking with me, showing love. Now I'm gonna go ahead and start breaking some of this down. Yeah, beyond sick and depraved. And why I said the motherfucker said depraved meaning morally corrupt. That means there's no, you can't, that's why her ask now makes sense. Her asking him that question makes sense. He's never going to give you a moral value answer. That's why she said, "We think it's wrong, you know, as far as with the kids. What is your problem?" He said, "Well, shit, it's in my journal." But I would like to know in that journal. Well, see, that's what I'm saying. I don't even think he wrote the damn journal, because that's all should all be incriminated. I guess they give him his legal right to keep the journal. But, bro, you're writing down shit. He said it's in the journal. I'm grabbing the journal. Yeah, I'm going to grab the journal because I want to know what's in the journal. Not damn, wait, what the fuck are we waiting on? He ain't being executed. They ain't like he being executed. He just waiting for trial. And he got money. That's the whole thing about it. Don't forget now. He got money. I think the arrogance came in, like even Marcus said, the arrogance and all that. I think the arrogance came in because he got the money. Salute, magnificent. Salute. We sitting here talking about this guy over. He was over in the third world country, right? They caught his ass. His name. He's from Australia. His name is Peter Scuffin, right? In the white folks' eyes and other cultures, right? He's considered the world's most evilest man. So I looked him up. I'm like, okay, what is so evil? Well, he is a depraved pedophile. But then I said, well, damn, a word like depraved, that's a big ass word for me, a nigga like me. That's a big word. So I said, let me look it up. Find out depraved mean morally corrupt at all. That means this motherfucker don't have no way of value. So I want you to understand that, boss. You already know, Queen. You like sis. So he has no moral values before we get started. He is considered amongst his culture the world's most evilest person. He's from Australia. So that being said, I'm about to play it.
Scully is considered the most depraved pedophile ever caught by law enforcement. The Australian
Salute. Hit that comment, like, subscribe, share, subscribe, do all that.
He
Comment.
was finally hunted down and brought to justice, sentenced to life in jail in 2018. But that wasn't the end of it. Earlier this month, Scully faced a further outstanding 60 charges for trafficking, producing child sexual abuse material, child abuse and rape. His victims were as young as 18 months. He was sentenced
a year and
to
6 months.
129 years in jail. The horrific
Check this out,
crimes
boss.
of Peter Scully make this one of the most harrowing stories I've ever told.
We have 6 warrants for your arrest.
In 2015, shortly after Scully's arrest in the Philippines, after 4 years on the run, we were given a glimpse into the mind of a monster. Scully had kidnapped, raped and tortured children, some as young as 18 months old, filming his obscenities for made-to-order video, which he would sell to a global network of pedophiles.
That shit crazy.
Why do you rape young children?
The answer is, I don't know. I don't know the real answer.
Scully's perversion knows no bounds. At a house he once rented, investigators discovered the bones of Cindy. The 11-year-old had been repeatedly raped and tortured before being strangled by Scully, and then buried in this grave which she had been made to dig.
Damn.
What we're interested in is whether you have any remorse, whether admit to what you've done,
Check boss
which is
victims.
sexual abuse, and of course murder.
Of course I have remorse. But I think your greatest remorse comes when you finally realise the extent of what you've done.
And at what point was that?
Oh, I can't answer that honestly yet.
Why isn't it the point where you're actually raping somebody, violently torturing them? Why isn't it at the point where you kill a child? Why isn't it then? Why don't you realise the extent of what you've done at that point?
Maybe you should ask a psychiatrist.
I'm asking the man who did it.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah.
The court has now added 129 years to Scully's life sentence after he was convicted of a further 60 abuse charges earlier this month, giving him plenty of time to write his so-called journal in a personal search for answers no one wants to hear.
What is it about you, Peter, that hates children and women so much?
I might address that in the journal.
And as a parent, how can you reconcile what you've done to children?
Next question, please.
Do you accept that you were ruining their lives as soon as you came in touch?
And
So you really have no sympathy for these people, for these kids?
that is definitely in the journal. I think we are finished.
I think we are.
Okay.
He can get up. Get up, please.
Thank you.
Yeah, he don't sound remorseful at all, dog. He don't sound like he a piece of shit, dog. I really don't like that guy no more. I really think this dude is like a piece of shit. You see what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, damn, bro. Like, bro, you made a little girl dig a grave, right? Made a little girl dig a grave, put it in there, and then turn around and killed her. And then still was soliciting. I want to know, what did they see? This is the thing about it, why I hate him, and they know that in these third world countries, right? Like, think about this shit. They didn't go and they confiscated the tapes. So since they didn't do that, that's the problem I have. Yeah, I got a problem with that, bro. Now, I want to see what y'all think. Because I just feel like at the end of the day, yeah, this motherfucker is wild, bro. Damn, this motherfucker wild. I can't believe this shit. I'll be saying lying to y'all if I am blown away by this. Because I don't understand, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. But this is Peter Guffey. This is the world's most evilest person in the world. Salute, E. I see you in the building. E, I'm sitting here breaking it down here for about close to about 50 minutes. I mean, well, 45, 40. But I was talking about this is what in other cultures, especially he's from Australia, he got caught with fraud, but he ended up converting and ended up being the world's most evilest man in the world dealing with pedophilia. So he was basically selling these tapes all over the world, right? Even including in the United States. He was selling them everywhere. Like this dude. So he ended up getting 129 years, bro. We got 129, 128 years for some shit where he was basically, they got him, one, he killed an 11-year-old girl at his house. He made the little girl dig her grave, right, before he killed her. One story talks about he had a 10 and 11-year-old cousin where he chained them up and that he made them dig their grave. But as they were digging their grave, he was actually raping them as well. Yeah, this shit is crazy. Shit's real crazy. So I got my guy Scott back up in here, man. And what we're gonna end up doing is we're gonna turn around. Let's go ahead and run it back one more time. Yeah, man, I dealt with a serial killer for 8 years and they are weird. Yeah, Scott, this dude is Peter Guffey, man. This dude is a sick person. It's a very sick individual, man. So let's watch this one more time. Salute to everybody. Share, comment, subscribe.
The most depraved pedophile ever caught.
Salute. Y'all comment, share, subscribe, please.
A worldwide child abuse ring from the Philippines until, as our cameras captured, he was finally hunted down and brought to justice, sentenced to life in jail in 2018. But that wasn't the end of it. Earlier this month, Scully faced a further outstanding 60 charges for trafficking, producing child sexual abuse material, child abuse and rape. His victims were as young as 18 months. He was sentenced to a further 129 years in jail. The horrific crimes of Peter Scully make this one of the most harrowing stories I've ever told.
We have 6 warrants for your arrest.
In 2015, shortly after Scully's arrest in the Philippines, after 4 years on the run, we were given a glimpse into the mind of a monster. Scully had kidnapped, raped and tortured children, some as young as 18 months old, filming his obscenities for made-to-order videos which he would sell to a global network of pedophiles.
Why do you rape young children?
The answer is, I don't know. I don't know the real answer.
Scully's perversion knows no bounds. At a house he once rented, investigators discovered the bones of Cindy. The 11-year-old had been repeatedly raped and tortured before being strangled by Scully, and then buried in this grave which she had been made to dig.
What we're interested in is whether you have any remorse, whether you admit to what you've done, which is sexual abuse, and of course, murder.
Of course I have remorse. But I think your greatest remorse comes when you finally realise the extent of what you've done.
And at what point was that?
I answer that honestly yet.
Why isn't it the point where you're actually raping somebody, violently torturing them? Why isn't it at the point when you kill a child? Why isn't it then? Why don't you realise the extent of what you've done at that point?
Maybe you should ask a psychiatrist.
I'm asking the man who did it.
Yeah.
Right.
The court has now added 129 years to Scully's life sentence after he was convicted of a further 60 abuse charges earlier this month, giving him plenty of time to write his so-called journal in a personal search for answers no one wants to hear.
What is it about you, Peter, that hates children and women so much?
I might address that in the journal.
And as a parent, how can you reconcile what you've done to children?
Next question, please.
Do you accept that you were ruining their lives as soon as you came in touch with them?
And the journal.
So you really have no sympathy for these people, for these kids?
That is definitely in the journal. I think we are finished.
I think we are.
Okay.
He can get up. Get up, please.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, so there y'all have it, man. That shit right there, that's some other shit. I'm like, damn, I can't believe that. Let's be honest, guys. That shit, wow. So tell me, like, damn, bro. What do y'all think, man? Yeah, you're right, Scott. I mean, I just don't, I just don't get it. I don't get it. Maybe they ain't, like they said, that maybe they ain't for us to get it. But dog, this motherfucker was making that much money. They should have brought up this shit should have been like worldwide. But they know he's that way. That's what I'm telling y'all. Like they know. So if they know that shit, what the fuck? I don't know. But yeah, I just wanted to bring it to you guys' attention, man, and let y'all know, what the hell that I got, that I end up seeing or whatever the case may be. So yeah, y'all get the opportunity to get ready to see. I got some other shit that I'm about to bring out probably later on tonight. Again, to show y'all about what we need to watch about on social media. And that's the reason why I brought up this little petty shit, because this shit right here is a little too much for a nigga like me, right? Like, this dude was doing all types of shit. I can't believe that he killed 11-year-old and buried a body. And let me see if I can pull up. Let's see if I can pull up. Let me pull up Peter Scully. All right. And they all say the most worst pedophile. They say they traumatized. Okay, pedophile. Check this out. Pedophile Peter Scully's hurt core videos traumatized even prosecutors. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this in my lifetime as a lawyer. This is the one worst thing that I ever saw. They say some of the prosecutors who worked to win convictions against Australian pedophile Peter Gerard Scully has sought professional. The people went and sought professional help because they were traumatized while watching children get abused in his hurt court videos. The 59-year-old Scully was meted to a 129-year prison term, right? Regional court on November the 3rd. The verdict came 4 years after the same court slapped him with a life imprisonment sentence for human trafficking and maximum of 45 years for 5 consecutive counts of rape. The case against Scully took time to build, and the narratives of the victims and the videos recording of the kind of torture and abuse they went through took a toll on some of the prosecutors. It says, we couldn't imagine the manner and extent of the abuse that was captured on camera. I don't think I've ever seen anyone or anything like this in my lifetime as a lawyer. This is the worst thing I've ever saw. Yeah, see what I'm saying? They said there were more than 60 cases against the man from Melbourne outlived the first judge from the same court and the regional state prosecutor before you, who supervised the first prosecution team and laying the foundations against Scully defense. Somebody said as a mother, I couldn't bear watching it, but we had to because this was part of our job. Yeah, this dude was sick, man. Y'all get a chance and check this dude out, man. Peter Scully. This motherfucker, I'm telling you, they say he was the most evil person in the world, bro. Like, real talk. He said he's the most evil person in the world. I'm blown away for the fact I heard about him earlier, but I didn't know that motherfucker was that damn sick. And that's why I said you'll be amazed at people in their mental health, bro. I'm telling you, you'll be amazed. And these petties, dog. That's why I bring awareness to y'all. Most people won't do this. Most people don't think like this. Bro, we need to be man, it's a motherfucker like that walking around. Regular guy. You would never thought it. But you gotta remember, that's the ones they coming out. Like E said, he's sick. I think he's sick, E. But you know, that's just my opinion. Again, allegedly, he could be sick. I think he ain't. I'm like Mr. Smith said when it comes to the people be talking about people sick and people this and people that. I think motherfuckers be lying, bro. Straight up. Yeah, I think they be lying. So, again, salute to everybody coming in, rocking with your boy, showing love. Again, I just wanted to bring attention and awareness to how these motherfuckers are sick. Anybody sitting around talking about damn people's private parts and all that shit, you got to start asking questions, bro, when you get older. Why they doing that? Because a child don't want to hear that shit. And I understand some shit are restricted, but we got to remember parents you are responsible for you. I get it. But at the end of the day, don't get caught up in the bullshit, bro. Because it's a lot of it. It's a lot of it in this world, bro. So I tell people, don't get caught up in the bullshit and the shenanigans. That shit get old. So at the end of the day, salute to everybody that came in, showed your boy some love, rock with me. I appreciate y'all rocking with me. Y'all already know at the end of the day, man, we got to continue to be great. We got to bring awareness to what's going on. This dude right here was a sick person. Post it. Y'all can post the actual link if you want to. I don't care. I just want to draw awareness to this because we always talk about, what's that one, the Epstein or whatever the motherfucking name is. We talk about that person. But at the end of the day, let's be honest. There's a lot of them out there, and they're still out there. But and we thought he was sick. No. These people's right then and there label him as the sickest person. We can't imagine how many millions or hundreds of thousands. I'm gonna say, I hate to say 100,000, but let's say a lot of videos went out of young kids from the age of 18 months and up to the hands of other sick people that are just like him or agree with him. So I just want to say salute to everybody showing love again. Thank you for coming in, rocking with your boy. I had a great one. Yes, Maki, you need to go ahead and do it. Set up that music, the intro for the Kingsman. We're gonna be going back and forth or whatnot, but at the same time, we're all linked right now. It's being linked right now. The Kingsman right now is being linked, and the Kingsman panel. And this is gonna be a mixture of y'all young men, man, talking and giving game. I'm gonna get it up on there. I'll set the platform up as far as what we're gonna talk about, and then I'm gonna fall back. And, you know, each time, each topic, I just want to give it to, you know, each individual. So each one teach one, and we can all learn from each other and get each perspective and have enough respect to let somebody be able to have a perspective and learn to agree to disagree. Because it's like driving on the highway, right? You got one way going north, south, east to west. But if you want to be safe, you always pull over to the median. So let's pull over. We're going to have a King's panel where we can break it down, and everybody's welcome. There's no bosses on there. If you feel like there's going to be a boss on there, you don't need to be on there. Just what it is. And we're just going to grow all together. So at the end of the day, salute to y'all. I'm about to get out of here. Peace. I might come back on a little bit later. More than likely, I got some good shit also. But I just want to throw this one out here just to let y'all know I got a lot of stuff going on. 2023, it's our year. Quit playing. We keep going. We keep winning. Peace.